Staten Island announced plans yesterday to go to court to try to block this controversial program. This comes after New Jersey took a significant step against the plan on Friday. Governor Murphy made that announcement here on Good Day that New Jersey is suing the U.S. Department of Transportation, claiming it failed to conduct a full environmental impact review of that project.
New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis also opposes congestion pricing, and last week she announced new legislative language that also aims to block the plan. Congressman Malliotakis is with us in studio this morning. Nice to have you back.
Good morning.
So is your plan the same as Governor Murphy's plan? How does Staten Island differ, or is the same?
Well, look, we're looking at every single legal and legislative aspect. What Governor Murphy's doing is basically suing on what Josh Gottheimer of New Jersey and I have been saying all along, that they did not follow the proper federal NEPA law. Under the Environmental Policy Act, they need to conduct an environmental impact statement. They did not do that. They allowed the MTA to shortcut this and then rubber stamped it without having that significant evaluation, that full thorough study done that would basically tell us what the impact will be. That needs to be done because this is a first-in-the-nation program, okay? It has not been done anywhere in the United States. And we already know, based on that preliminary assessment that they did, that congestion will shift, that pollution will shift to the outer boroughs and the areas outside the zone, including Staten Island, Southern Brooklyn.
So let me ask you something, because Friday, after Governor Murphy made the announcement here on Good Day New York, the governor had a press conference and said basically, we got this, don't worry. He can sue all he wants, but I'm using Brooklyn words. He can sue all he wants, we got this, is happening, okay? So now what is Staten Island going to do? Because I'm getting tweets from people like El Arena, like, we pay for so much, we pay for red light speed cameras, we pay for the tolls on the bridges, we got limited ferry service. Like, what else is Staten Island going to do to stop this?
Our borough president said he's also going to launch a lawsuit. Hopefully other executives in our area will do the same. What I'm trying to do is a legislative angle. I was able to get it past the House Appropriations Committee. I think we'll get it past the House as well, and we got to see what the Senate will do. But what we're trying to do is stop any federal funding from being used by Federal Highway Administration to be able to enter a tolling agreement with the MTA for this to proceed. This would stop it dead in its tracks. And remember, the name of the game here is we want to stop this thing, or at least we want to delay it until we could see if we get a new presidential administration in that will do what the Trump administration did, which was not allow this to move forward.
Speaking of a new administration, we have a statement from the MTA which says otherwise. The statement is from John J. McCarthy, the MTA Chief External Relations. It says the lawsuit is baseless. The 4,000-page environmental assessment performed by the MTA, New York State DOT, and New York City DOT was supervised at every stage, specifically approved by the Biden administration. 4,000 pages, not good enough. How long does it need to be?
So an environmental impact statement would take years to truly assess what the impact will be. Of course, this was rubber stamped by the Biden administration at the begging of Governor Hochul and the MTA. But remember, this is Governor Hochul and the MTA that told us no tolls or fare increases in 2023 or 2024 after we injected federal funds, both infrastructure and COVID relief funds, into the MTA. What happened? They just raised tolls and fares, and now they're trying to jam this through. So the bottom line is they're trying to shortcut, they're trying to rubber stamp this thing and jam it through. We're going to say that they did not comply with federal National Environmental Policy Act laws that would require a full and thorough EIS, much more than what they had done with this assessment.
Have you been in contact with Governor Phil Murphy, especially after he announced this plan? Are you guys kind of like talking together about how this can be a bit more effective, or where you can kind of fix some certain things?
Yeah, I've not spoken to him directly, but I'm working with Josh Gottheimer of New Jersey, and so we're coordinating that way. I mean, we've been saying all along that this was the angle to sue. I'm glad that he's done it. I'm glad that borough president's going to do it. I'm going to join that lawsuit once it's up and ready as a plaintiff. I hope other executives, county executives in our area, will also sue, because there is a chance to stop this, or at minimum, let's slow it down to see if we can get a new administration in that can kill it.
You know what's kind of interesting? Former Governor David Paterson had an interesting comment yesterday. He said, you know, this isn't 2017 where we have congestion in Midtown. Have you been to Midtown on Monday and Friday? There's nobody there.
Yeah.
This is a killer for businesses in Midtown.
Yeah, and as you could see, there's Republicans and Democrats, people from different states, different levels of government that are all opposing this. It's going to hurt New York City. We are trying to get the city back up and running on its feet following COVID. you're right, people are not coming to the city the way they used to, and they'll come less if this congestion fee, which is a $23 tax. My constituents from Staten Island should not be paying $23 to enter another borough in the city in which they live.
This is 6th Avenue, Congresswoman.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 7:30 in the
Rush
morning.
hour.
Okay. Do you see anybody? There's not even people walking. There's like 3 people. You can actually count how many people are on the street. I mean, this is not New York City of 2017 when Governor Cuomo thought that this would be a great idea.
But it's still too much for the far left who have a war on cars. This is nothing but a war on cars, and it is a cash grab. If they want people to truly ride the subway to gain revenue, then they should make the city subway safe. People will feel more comfortable riding. But a nurse who's coming in for a 5 a.m. shift, a waiter gets off of work for 2 a.m. in the morning, they don't feel comfortable riding the subway, and that's why they're
By the way,
relying
2
on
of
their
our
cars.
waiters got attacked on the subway.
Yeah.
And it wasn't 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, hopefully Governor Hochul and her friends are watching, and they'll fix the bail
Can we
law.
talk about other things? Because